Today, if you look around the room at a Rotary Club meeting, you might not notice anything unusual, but what you probably see was not always the case. The first Rotary Club was founded in 1905 by attorney Paul Harris, along with a few of his business acquaintances. As were the times then, women were not a substantial part of the business community, and therefore not formally included in Rotary Clubs.
My name is Shannon Chan. I am the past president of Rotary Club of Fremont, proudly.
My name's Lynette Young, and I'm the current president of Fremont Rotary for the year 24-25.
My name is Kathy Kimberlin, and I am a current member, past president, and have been with the Rotary Club of Fremont for about 12 years.
My name's Marlene, and I became engaged with the Rotary in 1970 when I met my husband, who was a charter member of this club, of Fremont Rotary. And from that day on, I think I was doing everything in Rotary.
My name is Doreen Huang, and I'm a Rotary member, and I've been in a club for 3 years.
My name is Dr. Privilege Chadwick, and I'm a member of the Fremont Rotary Club, and I've been a member for the last 3 years.
Okay, my name is Terry Kennedy, and I became involved in Fremont Rotary about 1 year ago.
Good evening. Throughout America, Rotary Clubs are an important part of the establishment, service organizations that also serve the business interest of the members. And Rotary Clubs are all male, but apparently not for much longer. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that a California Rotary Club would have to comply with state law and open its membership to women.
8 women have served as Fremont Rotary Club presidents. These include current president Lynette Young, Shannon Chan, Kathy Kimberlin, Nina Moore, Lena Z, Barbara Render and Marlene Weibel, and the first president, Debbie Rue.
It seems to me that there was an openness once the law came into effect, that there was a willingness to accept women in the club. I think the ladies that came into the club did not come in with the idea that we're women, we're going to make the club better because we're women, but they came in to make the club better because they were Rotarians and colleagues. And I think that was a plus, and I think that eased any tension that might have been there. And I think generally, I think our club members were open and willing to take the step to accept women into the club.
It's interesting because I walked around this lake this morning with a group of friends. One of those friends is a former member of the Castro Valley Morning Club. It's no longer a club in existence. And I asked him his recollection, and he recalled there being a number of men that really were adamantly opposed to women's membership in the club. I just don't recall, or if I do, I certainly was not in opposition. To me, it's wonderful. It was great. More members, the better. Trying to remember whether I ever took our pets to Debbie or not, but in any event, I don't recall anybody ever being upset about the fact that she was a female, and she did an excellent job. She was funny and did an excellent job as president.
So my name is Debbie Rue. I first became involved in Rotary in 1989. I'm a veterinarian, and one of my clients came to me and said, "Why don't you come with me to a Rotary meeting?" And he became my sponsor, Rich Phillips. So he took me to a few Rotary meetings, and I liked what I saw, so I joined.
I love all my Rotarians in our clubs, but there are a few women that are very dear to my heart. And they almost become someone who led me to something I don't know how to do it. And I remember One time when I very early on in my career, I needed to do certain things I don't know how to. So I went to Marlene. And she was a pro. And then so that not only she showed me how to do it, she helped me out through it. She gave me that confidence how to duplicate and then also later on start on my own doing that. So if without women, I think women like myself will be very reluctant to be a part of. Not because men is different, just because we women think differently. And I like to be, sometimes there are certain things you really have to talk to the gal who think the same.
Women is now an integral part of every aspect of our society. And businessmen's roles have changed over the years, and people are not working in their own communities necessarily. They're traveling a lot. And so I think you need a good mix of people to kind of keep the local connections going.
Since Rotary hasn't included women throughout the years, in the beginning years, it probably looked a lot different then. I think women have probably brought in thoughts and ideas and projects that perhaps men hadn't thought of. I would like to think they've brought some different type of organizational skills along with them, and maybe some fun that maybe wouldn't have happened with just men.
Going back to the 1970s when we always had all the Rotary functions, not meetings, because the meetings were just men, but Rotary functions at our home, at our ranch. And it was everyone. I almost could say it was almost 100% attendance for Rotarians and their spouses or significant others. And now I look back to what we're doing now, trying to see what can we do to get more of that. Haven't figured it out yet, but I have a few more years, probably I'll get there.
I was a young professional when I joined Rotary. And I didn't really understand the benefits of Rotary at that time, but to me, it has been a wonderful part of my life. I would encourage anybody to become a Rotarian, and I would encourage you to embrace all that Rotary has to offer. And I think for my aspect, the Rotary Club actually, the members became my extended family. Those folks were my friends. Those are the people that I did things when I wasn't working with. And there are so many professionals in Rotary that if you need some advice on something, you need to get steered in the right direction, you've got a lot of folks in your tools to help you with that. And so I would encourage people to become Rotarians, to embrace all the other Rotarians, and to give as much time and energy as you can. And what you'll find is you'll be rewarded way more than you ever give.
I know it's really hard because it's hard to find time to put other things into your life when you're still working, you're young, you have your families. But it's just good to get out there because then you see what you have to offer. And I almost feel if part of Rotary doesn't fit with you, there's many Rotaries. If this one doesn't fit, maybe you could look into another one, or even if you're looking into other service organizations. But I just think there's always the need for people that can help other people.
There are issues that experienced or known to women. I'm not saying that men don't come across those issues, and the women in the Rotary has helped bring those issues forward. I think having women there creates a balance. I know that they have had quite a lot of projects that are run by women. I think having only men would not be balanced enough to cover all the aspects of life and help that is required in the world. So they create a balance.
Yeah, then we are missing the 50%. So we only have the half of the world then, right? Because women and men makes the whole, makes the society. And as I said, there are different voices and different perspectives. And we look at the world differently. We process ideas and provide solutions in a very different way. And I think, bringing the balance, bringing the yin and yang together brings harmony to the world.